everyone. I'm going to do a quick course overview video to show you the Canvas site and show you some tips and tricks about working in Alex and show you how to submit your assignments. So when you're in the course site and you log in, this should be your view. In the to-do list, that's one way to access your assignment. It will tell you your most upcoming assignment. Our first one is due this Sunday, the 28th, and you can actually click and access it from here. And you'll also see a list of what's coming up. On the home page, you're going to be able to see the live lesson calendar, what schools meet which day. This box will help you join my live lesson, and then this video is actually going to be linked right here. So Mondays, and I'll update this list, Mondays we meet, Wednesdays we meet, and Fridays we meet. So depending on what group you're in, you would meet at either 1 p.m. Monday, 8:30 on Wednesday, or 9 a.m. on Friday. Recorded live lessons will be down here once they are available. Remember, you can email me or text or call this phone number whenever you need help. You'll see three options. You'll see your announcements, the gradebook, and modules. You're mostly going to go under modules, and this is where you'll find just some general resources. Your Alex link, so this link is going to be clicked the most. This link will launch your Alex. I also put some tips and tricks here, and there's actually an Alex Notes template if you're interested in looking at that. The pace chart, if you haven't viewed already, is a very important tool. What you'll see is what assignments are due each week, what day they're due. Now you're welcome to turn in your work ahead of time, but that's when the end of the week is, and that's when things are due by 11:59 p.m. And you can kind of get an idea of how to plan. I also put in the weeks we have off. So keep in mind that this course has 3 weeks that are a school vacation. Because of our later start date, it kind of falls where we have Thanksgiving week and winter break in there as well. So you are absolutely welcome and encouraged to work during these dates. However, I don't have any assignments due. You may notice here some numbers. So these numbers are kind of a guideline of about where you want to be so that you can reach the 400 by the February 3rd end date. Now at the beginning you might be well above that number, and that's okay. That's a good sign because as we get closer to the end of the course, each topic is going to take you a little bit longer because they do get more complex as we move through the course. So, you're absolutely encouraged if you're on a roll and you're able to get more topics done on a given week. Go ahead and go for it. You don't have to stop at the number I give you based on your initial knowledge check. So if your topic goal is 20 topics per week and you're flying through some of the easier topics and you want to do 30 topics, go for it, because later on a week that is maybe more difficult and getting 10 topics is taking you a long time, it kind of all evens out. So no stress if you're not exactly at this number or if you're a little behind or ahead of this number. It's just kind of a baseline to kind of see if you're on track to reach that 400 by the end of the course. Back under modules, what you're going to find is our core course content. Now what I've done just to try to streamline it is I've hidden some of the future assignments. So this list right here will get a lot longer as we move through the course, but I went ahead and kind of hid it so that you kind of only see what you need to do. So there's an introductory discussion. It's not graded, but you're welcome to participate. It's kind of nice to read about your fellow classmates, especially because there's so many schools participating in this course. I have a link here that will remind you how to submit your Alex assignment, which I'll show you in just a moment. And then here's our first Alex assignment. So week 1, Alex work and assignment. So when you have finished working in Alex for the week, maybe it's today, maybe you work a little bit tomorrow or work on Sunday. Depending on when you finish your initial knowledge check, you might have to work a little bit longer. You're going to go ahead and click this assignment. Now, I had some students ask, well, where's the text box? The text box actually doesn't appear unless you press Submit Assignment. So if I press Submit Assignment, there's the text box I can submit. And what I want you to do is answer these 4 questions. Now, these 4 questions, well, the first one's actually off your pace chart. So what's due? And you would say, you know, my initial knowledge check and my weekly topic goal, which is 20 topics, or whatever your number might be. And then these 3 questions you can find in ALEX. So I'm going to show you that next. Once you have completed your assignment, you press submit, and then it shows me that it's ready to be graded. So that's kind of the routine whenever you're done working for the week, whether it be during the weekdays or maybe you're someone that will work on Sunday as well, which is fine. Go ahead and press submit, and then I will be updating grades on Monday morning. So every Monday morning you will see updated grades, which you can view in the gradebook here. So you're going to see, so there's only one assignment listed and you're going to see your score out of 20. Now, your grade will be based on your goal. So if your goal is 20 topics and you hit 20 out of 20, you're going to get a 20 out of 20. If you hit 10 out of 20, which is, 50%, you're going to get a 10 out of 20 here, and that's 50%. So your percentage that you see for each week is based on how many topics you get based on your individual goal. So everybody's getting a slightly different goal based on their initial knowledge check. So it's very individualized and at your own pace. So when you're at modules and you want to go into ALEX, you launch your ALEX link from here. I think almost everyone is connected, so now it should open up to your account directly, and then you're going to see your home page. So when you're on ALEX, you're going to see your current progress. You can see how many of each major pie slice you have mastered, and usually you're going to press Continue My Path. Now, when you press Continue My Path to work on your topics, it's okay to go in order, but if the first topic that pulls up is something you're not necessarily wanting to work on at that moment, or maybe it's something that's a little bit confusing, you can use this drop down menu in order to scroll and pick something different to work on. So you're not always limited to the first topic that pops up. You can scroll and pick something else to work on. And go from there. So there is a lot of choice when you're trying to complete your topics. You don't have to always go in the order that ALEX shows you. On each topic, you're going to see resources such as videos, dictionary if some of the vocabulary is new. This message center right here, that's going to be your friend if you ever get stuck. Okay, so all of you are going to be working on different topics every day. So I can't necessarily pinpoint exactly what you're working on. So if you're working and you get stuck, use this message center button to contact me. Because what that does is it attaches the problem to an email to me. So I can see exactly what you're working on, and if you want to explain in the subject, what specific part you're struggling on, and I can send a video like this one back to you explaining the problem. So that's going to be the best way to receive math help. You're also welcome to text me, or you could text me a picture of the problem if you'd like, but this way going through ALEX is really nice because it attaches the problem to the email for me. Now back to your assignment. I'm actually going to go back to this. So when you're submitting your weekly assignment, it asks questions 2 through 4. How much time did you spend in ALEX? How many topics did you learn? How many did you attempt? And what is the number of topics in your pie chart? So those 3 questions can be found when you log in if you go under reports. So in ALEX under reports, you're going to see a summary of your work. So the first question, how much time, actually it's question 2, how much time did you spend in ALEX? This will give you a date range of Monday through Sunday, and it will give you your time. So my account has been logged in for 24 minutes and 10 seconds. So I would open up the text box, and I would type in that result. So again, for one, it was initial knowledge check. and 20 topics. So let's pretend that my topics were 20. 2, how much time did I spend? 24 minutes. And again, only fill this out when you're completely done working for the week. Question 3, how many topics did you learn? How many did you attempt? So learn is going to be this blue box, attempt is going to be this orange. So I would say 0 and 0. And you can probably guess what kind of grade I would get on this assignment. What is the total number in your pie chart? 194. Okay, once you answer those 4 questions, you press submit, and then I would see it for grading. So that's how you submit your weekly assignment. Under Alex, you can go back to learn, and you're back to your menu. And again, I like the idea of scrolling around if the first topic you see is not something you want to do. Alex involves a lot of reading, so the explanation, this is going to be the part that you want to write down in your notebook. And then when you start a topic, then you can use, it's kind of walking me through the tutorial, then you can use the example you wrote down to start working on the given problems. The boxes here will tell you how many questions in a row you need to answer in order to have that topic mastered. Once you fill this bar, that is one topic. So, if you have 20 topics, there's going to be 20 of these types of sets of problems that you're going to work on. So typically a topic is anywhere from 3 to 5 correct answers. And then that determines that you have learned it. So I think I've covered everything. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to help you. And I look forward to working with you this semester.